of ours.
Okay.
Geoff, that's a difficult one to take because we were 2-1 up sort of late in the second half, and then we've ended up losing 3-2.
Yeah, performance-wise, it was better in terms of from our tactical shape and just because we played them before, obviously in the cup game, so we sort of again knew slightly what to expect. And they're a good team. They play to their patterns. Youthful team, as we've often discussed. The criteria for this league sort of more of a younger transitional league, which is good, which has tested us in different ways, which we're still technically adjusting to. But I thought we dealt with it much better today. But again, it's the vital moments of the game, which, if we're being as a truthful, we just got to do a bit better in. 2-1 up, deserved to be 2-1 up with a betting team in the second half. We just needed for the next 10 minutes just to settle the game down. You know, yes, it was a great strike, but again, we're talking about from range. Should someone have closed him down, be closer? That's what you're talking about, really. These sort of fine margins, because then 2-1 up, go to the sort of that 80th minute, then you're managing the game. When we've got the subs to come on and we can see it out because. We created so many chances today, and got into good areas. And no, the front three, before you could say, well, very cohesive today, but we still end up conceding three, and that's a disappointing thing. Ultimately, you look at it, regardless of how we're conceding, we're not conceding really from open play. A lot of them goals are sort of set pieces or penalties, but we still conceded three, so then it becomes difficult because really you've got to score four, to win games. So we've got to just try to find a way of sort of, again, cutting it down to maybe two a game, one a game, and that gives us a bit more of a chance. We could talk about the dubious pen and even the pen itself. Jack has made a save, and then he's just spiraled in, and that's just our luck a bit at the moment. I don't know. And listen, I think if we sort of apply ourselves similar as we did today, the results will come. But it's a bit of a sticky end at the moment. The boys are disappointed because, like I said, for the effort they put in and the performance level, we should have come away with a win. And again, that would maybe kickstart our season a little bit. But we just have to get the boys up. Go again in Thursday training, and next week's the Vars, which I'm not going to say it's a free hit, but obviously the pressure's on them. So we can go there, try and put performance, and if we can get a win, maybe that things will start turning our way. But just the fine moments just didn't go our way today, and that's a disappointing part of it. So as a manager, you can't be too disappointed in terms of the effort levels were there. Listen to the tactical advice was there, and they sort of set up how we wanted to, and we created a lot of chances. But yeah, it's just those little margins really that are affecting us at the moment.
Okay, we did create a lot of chances. We had the post in the first half. We had an almighty goalman scramble in the second half as well.
Twice, I think.
The I suppose what's sort of worrying about this is that's pretty much a full strength team. You can argue about sort of one or two positions here and there, but we had a team that's as strong as we've been able to put out for a long time. We're still on the receiving end.
And like you said, I think what would help now if we can have this squad availability for the next 2 or 3 games, so then we can build on it. Because like I say, performance wise, I think it was there. This sort of game, maybe in 3-4 weeks time, probably maybe it was a 3-0 victory, who knows. But listen, credit to them. Like I say, they play a good brand. They got into the right areas and they sort of stuck in there, because at 2-2 it looked like we was the only team looking at it. They were making subs continuously. I think the centre back went off. So we were the team most likely, but then it's a sucker punch, isn't it? And then we've tried to chase it at the end, and we just weren't able to create that opportunity really to score. So all we could do, as I said, is work on it. We've discussed in terms of the next sort of 4 or 5 weeks, in terms of we're looking at sort of like the squad depth and just trying to improve it slightly. Just add a little bit of competition here or there, and that's what we're looking at. And so hopefully, as I said, that sort of period doesn't go too long, because like I say, right now we're sort of on the outskirts of it. In terms of the playoffs, we're sort of really chasing our tails at the moment, and every game becomes really difficult if that's the aim. But we just need to find sort of a basis of maybe getting a few wins together while the teams above us sort of play each other. Then we can sort of see where we are. As long as we're relatively within touching distance, and then if we can start sort of, I guess, beating the teams that are above us, then you'd like to think the season itself, will take shape. And listen, the second half of the season, the business end, things can change very quickly. But we just got to find sort of a formula that's going to work at the moment, and and stop sort of conceding goals. Because I think that's our Achilles heels at the moment, trying to sort of limit that. And I think will again gives us a chance to sort of win games later on.
Okay, you touched on squad depth, and obviously that's something we talked about in the last interview that we did together. Are you able to say anything on that? There was a behind closed doors friendly. Did we look at
Yeah,
any
we
of the
had a
new
couple
players?
that were interested in. A couple might need sort of international clearance, otherwise they would have been involved today.
Okay.
So otherwise, they will add a little bit of quality that we could have had today. And yeah, and then in training as well, we're having a few players down as well. As I said, it's just a transitional period that will continue sort of for a few weeks. And like I said, it's like until we feel that we're happy with the sort of depth, and because we've got players, I feel that we've signed, especially in sort of pre-season and stuff, and they need a little bit extra time maybe to integrate into the team and sort of find their way. But at the moment, like I said, we're just at a position where we just want to get results together, and get a run, and then the confidence will come. That's what it is. Because last game, obviously, Canterbury was a tough game, could have gone either way, but it still was a draw. If we had won that, it takes the pressure off this game. We've lost today. We've got Stansted and the Meridian, and so
Yeah.
we just want to get that confidence back into the sort of the players, and then we can sort of work on an aspect of sort of like be more resilient. That's what the key, I think, it is when you're going through sort of a tough period. Can you be resilient? Can you sort of pick up a draw here, win there? That will make a big world of difference. So, like I said, it was good to have this squad available, but if we can have it for the next sort of 3 or 4 games, I think you'll start to see sort of better attitude of results.
Okay, great. Thanks. On to
Thanks.
Stansted.
Yes, thanks to everyone for coming down again. Apologies on the result.
Okay. Cheers, Geoff. Thank you.
Thank you.